hey man, we're a little bit in the future, or are we in the past? I don't know. But anyways, what did we talk about in the show today, and what are you guys about to hear?
We answered a ton of questions from Instagram Live.
Ton of gear questions. We also talked about what we've been up to lately. More details on the S1H.
New purchases, new lenses that you guys sent out.
New purchases, and the fact that we both just switched from Adobe Premiere Pro to other programs. So stay tuned to see what we switched to and what are our thoughts on that whole process.
Appreciate you listening.
All right. Thanks, guys.
What's up, everybody? Ross and David here for the Shooters Club.
What's up, guys?
Thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're on Instagram, YouTube, or you're listening on your favorite podcasting platform. Thank you for tuning in to the Shooters Club. This is episode number 6. Somewhere. We're in there. I think we're episode number 6. Anyways, thank you guys. And ladies, if you are in fact a female, I think most of our people are dudes typically. I think we're like 90% guys. Anyways, we are live on Instagram, man.
Awesome.
You want to hit that ask us anything real quick,
Let's
and then we'll get started? All right, cool. So I'm going to head up. Swift Turk is requesting that he be part of this live. All right. Let's go all the way up on our Instagram. All right, we're scrolling down. We're immediately going to hit this Q&A. What's the best camera to buy right now on a budget, Swift Turk? Well, the question is, what's your budget?
What's the budget?
I'd say if you're under $1,000, the camera we're recording this on currently, the A64, I really, really like. And I know people like DSLR shooter Caleb over there. He really likes this camera. If you're doing YouTube stuff, it's great. Doesn't have in-body stabilization. Canon has some EFM stuff. Man, the Canon EOS RP,
good.
It's like $1,000. It's a full-frame camera.
Ooh.
So I mean, if you're shooting photos, that's probably going to be a really
Canon system.
You can't go wrong. But you got those crazy expensive lenses. So
the EOS R lenses.
Yeah. So take that into consideration. But you can adapt those really nicely if you're still rocking the EFM stuff. But yeah, that's what I say. What's up, Tiff? If you are still here, is the ground clean or dirty if a soap falls down?
Clean.
Okay.
Clean. Has to be clean.
I mean,
Touches
if the
floor.
soap hits it, does the soap make it clean? I think is what he's at. I don't know.
No, actually it wouldn't be clean.
What do you think about the Tamron 24 millimeters, Yanis? Well, is this the 24? Here we go, right here. If you're watching on YouTube, Tamron sent me out the 24 and the 35. I was, spoiler alert, recently in San Diego, Carlsbad, and went to Legoland last weekend, took the 24 mil with me to the beach to Carlsbad, and I like the 24 mil better than the 35. I'll get to that in another video. But all in all, autofocus was really good. It's really sharp. It does have some distortion. But, man, a brand is finally making some super inexpensive
how much is that?
lenses. It's like $350 or $400 bucks.
Cheap, yeah.
So it's pretty cheap. For a wide angle, it's 2.8. It's nice.
You get to travel to review or what?
No. I paid for everything.
Pretty cool place to review.
Yeah. Is there good money in freelance video editing? I have no clue.
Depends. I don't know.
Depends how good you are and depends where you are, I would assume.
What you're editing to.
Yeah, that's very true. Who the client is. Favorite camera at the moment? Oh, what's yours, dude? I wonder.
Right here, S1H. S1H, guys. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
It's a beast of a
Panasonic
camera.
Lumix S1H.
Nice. Mine's actually still the Sony A7 III. I also have the R3 and the 6400, but the A7 III is small. Yeah, it's lightweight. Looking forward to some new innovative products from Sony coming up here soon, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Rumor mill going around.
Andre Lindo. Yeah, we'll get to that. I'm about to get back into the business, portrait work. How do you recommend me rebuild my portfolio? Go out and shoot. Ask couples to model for you. Say, like, give them free stuff.
Yep. That's my number one, is do a couple free jobs. Build that portfolio by just asking, hey, do you guys want free portrait work? That's the best way to start, you know? You don't have to start charging right away.
Exactly. So, yeah, tell people, hey, I'm trying to build my portfolio. Can I shoot you guys? And then just give them the images and use those in your portfolio.
And look for couples or models that you think will be good for your portfolio, like who you want to shoot. Look for like someone that fits your style and go after them. Not just anyone that's not gonna, make your portfolio look good. So just make sure it's a decision that you're making to benefit your portfolio, not just anyone, family member, just don't shoot everything.
Someone who's comfortable in front of a camera as well.
Yep. I mean, you want to get something out of it.
For sure. So yeah, real simple on that. But okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Favorite camera and lens at the moment. Already answered that. Hello from Portugal. We're scrolling down here. He was upset we weren't answering. We were dealing with some technical difficulties. Oh, we asked the question for the third time. Hi, everyone. What do you think? Oh, I must have gone all the way back up to the top. All right.
What's that one?
What do you suggest? That's Tiff. What do you suggest for the first timer wanting to take good family photos? What's up, Lamore friend? Either hire someone, or if you want to get into photography, I would, just find out what your budget is. Family photos, I mean, you can take anywhere from, 35 mil to an 85 mil.
You would probably want it to 35, a good 35.
A fast 35, meaning the lens opens up wide, that has a low f-stop number, as low as you can get with your budget, because everyone loves a blurry background with portrait work, unless you're doing like crazy environmental stuff. But I would assume you would not be.
Bokeh. You want that bokeh,
right? Yeah. All right. Let's keep scrolling down. A6400 or 6500? Yeah, that's a good question. I say the 6400 because you can always buy lenses with stabilization. It's just as cheap. It's a better investment. The autofocus is night and day better. It has the flip-up screen. For $20 accessory, you can put that cold shoe off to the side. If you want to put a microphone on it, I say the 6400 hands down.
There you have it.
Do you buy this A7S3 leaked image? The actual image itself, I mean, I have no clue. Someone could have taken a picture of the A7R4 and said it was the A7S3, but the fact that they had a microphone on it, it doesn't really mean anything to me. I say no. I'm skeptical. And how would the person shooting it know that it's an A7S3? It's also like oh man, what's the hairy ape dude that people always see? Bigfoot.
Big hairy.
It's like Bigfoot. We live in almost 2020, people. Like, what did you shoot this supposed image on?
I haven't seen it, actually.
It's so blurry. It's so, like, grainy. Is this, like, 1998? You shot it on a camcorder?
Yeah.
How do these, like, leaked images always look so horrible?
I don't know.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah, I'm not.
I say no, and I'm not.
I want to take a look at it, actually.
It's like some dude holding his camera, and it's like a side profile shot. There's a Rode mic on it. I don't even know, man.
A lot of rumors starting.
Rumors.
To swirl up again about it. Is there an announcement coming soon, or?
I have no clue. What's your thoughts on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K? It looks like a beast of a camera.
Yeah.
If you want to shoot RAW, it looks pretty awesome. You got to rig it out, I think.
That's the main thing with it, I think.
So it's like $1,500, but you're going to spend another $1,000 at least.
At least. You have to rig it up to fit your needs.
Battery. V-mount batteries are fairly expensive.
But I think the main important thing with that is the RAW.
Yeah.
The B RAW that you get out of it and how you're able to color grade it.
But can your computer handle it? There's a whole bunch of like ancillary questions.
But I think it's a dope camera. Like if you want to go that route, it's really good. They have the 6K out now.
Yep.
I'm getting into Resolve, so I'm getting into that Blackmagic ecosystem.
You can be working in nodes, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even know what that is, but I know they work in nodes.
Yeah, it's nodes for the color grading. But super dope. I'm into it. I like that camera actually a lot.
Nice. I was in a phase where I was really looking into it.
It doesn't have the stabilization on it.
Nope. And I love that autofocus. What do you prefer? Okay. What camera is better? Best. There we go. For wedding clips.
Wedding clips. Panasonic GH5. You can start there. It has autofocus, not great, but if you're filming, you said clips, you're going to be manual focusing anyways. Has really good color. The 5-axis IBIS on it is amazing. So just for that reason alone, I would say GH5.
Your favorite lens? Ooh, for me, it's the Sigma 105 1.4. That lens, man, it's just butter. It's crazy.
The big old
no,
bazooka?
the Sigma.
The bazooka lens?
Yeah, the Sigma, the black one. It's a 105 millimeter f1.4. I wish a Sigma would make, it would just be too big. A 200 mil f2 with image stabilization like Canon has.
Does Canon have that?
Yeah, it's like
that's wild.
$5,500. I was really close to buying it at one point.
You're nuts,
but I kept my 70 to 200. But yeah, the 105 1.4. That's my cheap man's version or poor man's version of my dream 200 f2. So, yeah. What about you, man?
Mine would be another Sigma the 18 to 35 versatile lens. It's great, sharp, and it just looks really well. Like I love that lens.
Nice. I liked that lens as well.
Too bad I can't use it on the S1H anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Found out.
Listen to previous episodes where David finds out that his lens isn't compatible with his new camera, so he had to go out and spend more money.
Yeah.
What kind of Canon should I buy? That's, you need your budget and what you want to shoot.
EOS R, go mirrorless.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. It's on sale, I think, right now if you're listening. It's like $1,500 for the EOS R.
I'm looking at it, dude. I'm not going to buy it, but
right.
It's really good. What they're offering.
Let's see here. The Ronin SC or the Zhiyun Crane 2. Honestly,
what's back there?
I just got sent. Oops, sorry. Thanks, Pergear, for sending out the Weeble S. Just got sent this gimbal, and if you're watching the video right now, I have it in my hands. But I would say this. If you have a huge camera, the Crane 2 is going to obviously be able to hold more. But this Weeble S has been really surprising for me. These little quick release plates that you can buy from Zhiyun as well.
Oh, that's sick.
You don't have to unscrew and screw in stuff for that POV mode.
Dope.
So go watch the video if you're curious. It's really great podcasting when you show something visually.
Yeah. Well, they heard the word dope, so they know.
Yeah.
It's super small, so it's tiny. It's a lot smaller than the Ronin S that I have. And one thing with the Ronin S, I have to keep unscrewing stuff. I hate that bottom.
Yep.
On the Ronin S, you have to unscrew the legs. And there's a little rubber thing that's under there that kind of starts falling apart as you tighten it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's supposed to keep it tight on the gimbal, but eventually if you over tighten it, it like breaks the glue.
I do every time.
The glue seal.
Which I do every time. So that's super cool that they have that quick release.
You can do that for any gimbal too. They're like $20. You buy them.
Oh really?
Yeah, you can use it for any gimbal.
Okay. YouTube video coming soon.
You should do it. Yeah. Okay, let's answer a couple more questions here, and then we're going to move on. We're about 12 and a half minutes in. Have you guys played with the Sony 35 1.8? Actually, I have not. I have the Zeiss 35 1.4 for Sony cameras, E-mount, and so I haven't really been tempted by it. When I want like a 35, I just go and grab that one.
Yep. I got the Sigma, so nope. Never owned it.
A couple more questions. Yeah. What's the best settings for the DJI Ronin S? I'm sure there's like a million YouTube videos out there.
Yeah.
That's Mac. But yeah. Anyways, I think we're done with the live. We're gonna end this. Thank you guys for asking your questions whenever we record.
Yeah. Thanks for showing up and asking a lot of
pop up
questions.
on IG. Yeah. Thank you guys. We're gonna switch over to just the podcast. I'll see you later. All right, so we are done on Instagram, and we answered a lot of questions. I hope we provided some value. Again, like our
kind of quick shot questions.
Yeah, our opinion is amateur at best.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll take that with a grain of salt.
And then when you ask questions on what gear you should get, make sure you just at least give a range on what your budget is and what you plan to shoot with, because a lot of those questions we can't answer if you don't give a budget, because it's like, what camera should I buy? Okay, a red,
I get those questions all the time, and I see those questions on like Facebook too, and so many people are trolls out there, and they answer like that. It's like, Yeah, I read. And you know the person's just starting out.
If you really want, so like a good opinion on, if you want good advice, provide a little more information with your question, not just, hey, what should I buy? What's the best lens?
Hey, I've got a $2,000 budget. I want to get into wedding photography, and that's pretty
From there,
good.
you can get, I want to shoot concerts, I want to shoot low light concerts at night, and I want to shoot video. So just give a little more information, and we'll give better advice, and we'll be able to help you guys a little more.
Exactly. So let's just catch up, man. What have you been doing lately? What have you been shooting lately? Did you get any new gear? All that stuff. Like, how's your life been?
It's been good. I'm deep into the editing portion of my business. So wedding season ended. We shot our last wedding November 30th. So now we have some time off to kind of just start hitting all those edits for wedding films.
Do people get married around Christmas, or is there like a lull in the season?
There's a definite lull, but I think we just booked the December wedding. I have to double check, but there is weddings in December, but not around Christmas. It's Christmas. People are getting engaged. Thanksgiving, people are getting engaged.
Families are together.
Around. Yep. That's when all the engagements are happening. So that's when most of our bookings happen. So we're kind of just hanging out.
Okay.
Catching up on edits. We're actually planning the year ahead, 2020.
Nice.
And what we're currently working on and what we're going to go film later on today is our end of the year recap. We're going to thank all the couples that booked us, the vendors we worked with, and everyone that's just viewed everything that we've done this year. So just kind of like a little video to just wrap up the year for everyone and kind of just move forward with 2020 with planning, and kind of getting that portion, the business side of the business,
Nice.
Planning
which
ahead.
is arguably more important than your craft itself.
Yeah.
So let's get into a little bit later the editing stuff, because we both recently changed video editing platforms. Just went like, I just cut the cord.
I haven't.
I already switched my subscription, but did you get any new gear, and how those experiences go?
I did. So I have the S1H. I think everyone knows that already.
What?
It's amazing. And then I just got the 8-sin camera cage for it. So what a cage does is you can add a side handle, you can add the top monitor for it. So it just allows you to add a lot more accessories to it, and it just gives you different mounting options.
And I see you're rocking you went with the NATO system, right?
Yeah. The NATO system, it's quick. If it's like a quick release type of system, so you can kind of just pop things off.
It's like a little rail.
Yeah, it's a little rail. It has a little button, and it just allows you to slide things on. And it makes it heavier. It definitely makes it heavier. And there's a couple things that I need to test it out more and see if I really love it.
But you're not rigging it up in crazy ways, anyways. So the weight is in for sometimes can actually be good.
Yeah,
but as long as you're not over rigging it.
Yeah. No, the only things that I do with it is add the Atomos Shinobi.
Oh yeah.
Add the Shinobi HDMI.
Which is light.
Yeah. Side handle, and then a mic.
Nice.
That ends there. Been looking into the follow focus, the new tilted little follow focus they released for $100.
The fully mechanical one, not the wireless one.
Yeah, just mechanical, and just kind of dabble into the rails and adding all that system. I'm still learning, so I think I just want to start with the cage and the monitor, especially for a wedding day. I don't want to carry too much. Even having the monitor, I'm still trying to figure out if I really do want to mess with that whole thing on a wedding day. Live events, you're moving so much, and you're kind of messing with everything. It's just another battery to take care of, and
for sure
adds more weight.
So you got the cage. You used the Panasonic 24-70, right?
I used the Panasonic 24-70. Don't manual focus with that lens,
so it's a focus by wire, right? So you can possibly, if you're moving too quickly on the manual focus or too slowly, you're not going to necessarily get to the same point.
It's horrible. I was flipping through focus, and it took so many turns sometimes to get into focus, and then especially. Don't do what I did and rent the lens and then go do a job.
Oh, you didn't use it very much before?
No. I rented it, and I said, you know what, let's go shoot. It's a lens. The lens is a lens. It's going to work. Come to find out, it's so hard to manual focus with it. And in live events, what I'm doing, filming, I need to be able to manual focus, and it was a hassle.
That's why I'm stuck in Sony, That's the only like negative is they're all fly-by-wire, and so I need autofocus.
Yeah.
But you are in the opposite camp where so your camera doesn't have good autofocus, so you need that mechanical coupling of the focus.
It has to work well. Even the autofocus on the Sony, I didn't use it much for wedding work.
Right.
Because it's good on the Ronin, you know, I can get those pretty shots of the couples running a little bit.
So you had I
had the A7S, and then I had the A7 III. Autofocus was great, but it's still, when you're filming, you don't really want to rely on it just on certain situations. You know, it's still kind of tricky.
But with I know I go back to Sony's. If you do have a good autofocus system that's meant for video, then like I'm hoping on their new cameras that with face priority and things like that, you can actually set face priority. So if there are multiple faces, it won't jump around. It'll lock on the face you want and stay there, and you can rely on it. You know.
Yeah. You can rely on it a lot more than the S1H.
Right.
Using it, it's like it's unusable for
that
quick. I need quick autofocus. You know, if I'm gonna use it, it's a live event. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen. Someone turns. There's a big group. Say you have a wedding party. I need it to lock in on just the bride. You know, I want the bride to be in focus.
Yeah.
The camera doesn't know who's the bride. Unless you do that. Is it face priority that you're talking about? You can.
Yeah, and then
does Sony have it where you can lock in a certain face?
No, not currently on their hybrid cameras. On like the FX9, you can jump between faces or set a certain person. You register their face at the beginning of at the beginning of the wedding, and then you say if there's a whole bunch of people in the frame, this is the person I always wanted to focus on.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Just makes your life easy.
Yeah, but never used it on the Sony. I don't know if A7 III even had that.
Nope, it doesn't.
But the S1H, definitely want to go manual focus. But besides that, dude, color is great. Shot vlog.
Nice.
Another thing you don't want to do is shoot vlog on a live event I did.
Do you overexpose on purpose?
No, you want to expose it just
right down the middle.
Yeah, down the middle. I think they say expose to the right, but I found just expose correctly and make your grade from there.
Okay.
Unless
the shadows aren't too noisy.
GH5 is way noisy.
For sure.
We're mixing GH5s with the S1H.
Oh, and you're crushing from 4K or 6K down to 1080, right? So that's going to crush a lot of that noise anyways.
But even the vlog on the GH5 is not that great. Like, not that great compared to the S1H. And
right.
We had some color artifacts on low. Like, if you underexpose vlog on a GH5, it's gonna fall apart.
You get that lovely blockiness.
Yeah, it looked horrible.
Yep.
So I found that out, and now I'm trying to decide, should we switch all the way to vlog or stay in the natural profiles like we were before.
Right.
So it's another thing that we're planning for 2020. This is how we're gonna move ahead.
Sure.
So a little more. We're gonna practice the next couple of weeks, do a little bit of shooting, and kind of set our settings for 2020. And our goals for 2020.
So you're gonna have your clear goals in 2020.
Yeah. Our main.
My dad pun there.
Oh, clear goals 2020. 2020 vision.
2020. Everybody's getting LASIK this year, bro. No, I'm not. I'm like dad puns all day.
I love it. What do you got going on?
Last time we talked, I was going to do some photo stuff. That went well, like an impromptu photo shoot we did. Turned out really well, actually. Going to be able to market our Pilates program off of those pictures.
What was it? Christmas thing that you were doing? How'd that go?
Oh, yeah. We had an amazing... So we did an impromptu video shoot, and we had it's massive. It's like probably 2 or 3 times bigger than we thought it was going to be.
Really? That's so awesome, dude.
So it's crazy. People just want that motivation. But I don't know how much the video helped people, but people saw the video, and it just got the word out there.
Dude, I think video helps a ton, dude.
Right. And you never know. We pushed it in the gym too, but it kind of made it official with that video. Shot that, did some marketing stuff. I also, in that time frame, got the 24mm G Master.
Oh, yeah.
And so
I saw that.
I really like that lens. Wow. Just after I got the 24 G Master, Tamron sent me out, if you're watching this on video, the 35 and the 24. They're new Sony lenses, and they're both 2.8 primes, which is really interesting. They're not as small as I thought they would be, but they're super lightweight.
They're really light. I picked one up.
They're crazy light. So the 35, in my opinion, has some focusing issues which I hope they can solve. A pretty slow focuser, and you want a 35 mil to be a quick focusing lens. The 24 mil focuses really fast, really sharp, does have some distortion, and I think I'm going to release a video comparing the G Master and if it's worth like the $1,000 extra dollars.
My old lens
from this. Not that one specific, but right? Though the 24
so nice
G Master you did have, right?
Yeah.
I really like that 24 focal length now. I never thought I would. Used to have the baddest 25, but I like the 24 mil. So got this stuff. Yeah, got in the Weeble S. Redid this office setup if you're watching this on YouTube, and I'm looking forward to being able to release some more content on YouTube. So just some of that stuff. Oh, got in the new Peak Design backpack.
Show it off a little bit.
Oh, here it is. If you're watching on YouTube, the all matte black everyday backpack 30L. So it feels nice, it looks nice, and I'm going to make it my everyday backpack, which it is called, for the foreseeable future. I'm going to be doing like 3 or 4 backpack reviews coming up. Yeah, I got the orange one back here. I've got the Peak Design. I've got one from Wotancraft, and I've used them all over the last couple months, so I'm going to release some new backpack videos. But yeah,
I was gonna say that backpack looks like it's like for a ninja or something.
Basically,
Shinobi backpack.
It's awesome. It's got a ton of space in there. But yeah, thanks Peak Design for sending that over. I'm looking forward to testing that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Got some New Year stuff coming up, so I'm still just switching out marketing on the website.
New website completely, or
well, essentially new media, new content. So that's a huge undertaking, and just slowly knocking out that content is key. I do not have time to do it all at once. So yeah, just knocking out some reviews, using new products. I picked up the MacBook Pro, the 16-inch. Really loving that. But we've got a little more time here. Let's take about, 10 minutes, and let's talk about a huge change.
Yeah, you switched though. You cut the cord.
I've been using the Adobe Creative Cloud suite for a long time, and it's like $60 a month. And they have a $20 a month Lightroom and Photoshop package. I thought, man, I'm paying $40 extra a month for the video editing stuff. If I extrapolate that out 12 months, I mean, that's 400, and if I do the quick math, that's $480 a year extra I'm paying. Final Cut is $300. Their standalone apps range between 100 to 150. If I buy Color Finale Pro number 2 that just came out, it's like $150. So essentially, I can buy all these standalone products that have free upgrades to them, and it's just a year's worth of the extra that I was paying on the Creative Cloud. And so Final Cut's also optimized for Apple products.
So why would you switch?
Dude, I did what was it? What did I tell you it was? It was like a 4K. It was like a 12-minute 4K clip. That with titles and B-roll and all that stuff. And in Premiere, man, that would have taken, I don't know, an hour to render.
Yeah.
And it took like 6.5 minutes.
Wow.
Final Cut.
That's super fast.
It was so fast, I thought that I didn't do something right. I thought I exported it in like 1080 or something. And it was so fast. And that's why I bought the new computer, was to save time. So speed. Why buy a brand new computer, which I hadn't bought a new computer in 5 years? Why buy a brand new computer and just still be using Adobe products, which are slow?
Yeah.
So use the right tools for the job. We talk about that all the time.
Was that the only reason you're like, I want to just render? Is it render speeds or what else? Is there anything else?
Render speed and well, I will get there. I'm not there quite yet. But little hotkeys like that I never did in Adobe. I don't even know if you can do in Adobe. But just like hitting Q and it drops the clip you're on in B-roll, like on the timeline wherever your cursor is.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can. I just never did. And maybe I wasn't deep into Premiere enough.
You have to know where to look and spend more time
right.
setting
It's
those
default
up.
in Final Cut. And everything, just like Apple products, it seems like you have the ability to go crazy if you really want. But by default, it's set up for a more basic approach.
Ease of use.
And that's a lot of my videos. I'm not going crazy, and I would like to get there. But the basics are easier.
Yeah. And if it's optimized for your laptop, like why not? And like you said, you can add all the plugins that
exactly.
you want, you know?
Exactly. And they have the text animations, the titles, they're so much easier to use in Final Cut. You're able to like buy somebody's pack out there of titles and really customize it. Whereas I might be able to customize a few things in Premiere.
Yeah, it becomes difficult when you have to go to After Effects to do title work. It's not difficult, but you have to start using their whole line. You know, they really bring you into their whole line.
And they have motion for Apple, but a lot of it, you get more stuff in Final Cut than you would in just Premiere. You'd have to go outside of Premiere more. In Final Cut, you're able to stay inside of Final Cut more. Even for some animation stuff, you don't have to go outside of it. So what about you?
So I've been in Premiere for a while now, for years, you know. And I'm also going to be switching
to Final Cut.
No, I'm switching to DaVinci Resolve 16.
Oh, yeah.
It came out, and you can now,
which is cheap, right?
It's free.
No, I think it's free if you buy a Blackmagic camera.
No, it's completely free.
It's free?
It's completely free.
Is there like a free and then like a pro version?
There's a studio, so you can do most of your work on the free version. But I found out if you're shooting 10-bit, I think 422. You can't edit it from the free version. So I will have to upgrade.
Which is how much?
I think 350. So that
price. But you're in the same boat as me.
Yeah, I don't. But the thing with DaVinci is you don't need any plugins. You don't need the color grading plugin because DaVinci started off as
it's made for that
color grading, software.
Right.
And that was the main thing for me. I was trying to learn how to color better and what's the best way to really color and color theory and everything that I would see is like go to Resolve. You know, Resolve has like really specific way to color. You know, you can be more specific with it. You can, and the controls are a lot better for color wise. And then I just started looking into it, and they offer everything that Premiere offers. Right?
Sure.
And I was like, why am I gonna do Premiere when what I want is in Resolve? So just the whole color grading part is what kind of sold me on it. And then I looked at everything they offer, the whole edit page, and then now they have a new cut page where you can kind of cut through videos really quick.
Oh.
And it just makes sense to go to Resolve.
Right.
I didn't cut the cord right away. I'm still on Premiere. I'm afraid to make that jump right away.
And you're doing client work, and now is your editing time.
I have a ton of wedding films to edit, so I can't just. It's gonna take a lot.
You're gonna triple your editing time.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to do this. Now I need to go look up how to do that.
Yeah. So the way that I found how to learn a little faster on Resolve is to know what I need to learn. So I go to Premiere and I say, okay, I like media management in Premiere. I can manage really good, have my bins and everything. And then I type in, how do you do that in Resolve? Can you do it? You know? So then I
make the correlation.
Yep. On everything that I like in Premiere, can I do it in Resolve? And so far the answer is yes.
Right.
It's like seamless, dude.
Well, and with, Blackmagic Design is a filmmaker's brand. So they're going to make those products for filmmakers. And they're coming out with so many new cameras, so many new products. And because they're doing that, they're not going to just throw behind their video editing program.
And they create like dope updates. Like really good updates. And they have beta versions. They don't just throw you on an update like Premiere.
Oh, and then it crashes.
Yeah,
everything.
And then it starts crashing. And you have to update your project files and do all that crap. At least from what I'm reading, like they have really good updates because I'm barely switching over.
Right.
But everything looks good, dude. The way that you color grade, it's so like minute to all the little details. And
right.
I love that. I love learning like the minutia of like color grading. It's dope. Like, I don't know. I just love it. So we'll see. I'll be doing the switch.
Well, that's awesome.
See you, Premiere. Peace.
Yeah, let me know how it goes. I mean, I still love Adobe. I'm in Lightroom and Photoshop, and it's great for what I do there. I just don't need, $40 worth of video editing products every month.
And you can get Premiere just for $20.
But then I need Lightroom and Photoshop.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Well, I have to go help my wife at the gym, but we got a couple minutes. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Let us know in the comments down below as well. People who are watching this on YouTube. We have a lot more listeners than we actually do viewers? On YouTube. I release more of these, and so people watch them far less frequent than my other videos. Yeah. But if you like this, share it with a friend. It's free to you. It helps us out. We are trying to, build a following here, and I hope that what we're talking about is entertaining or of interest to you. I know that there's a lot of people out there who are like just filmmakers, and they're super snobby, and they're into their craft, and they do not care if they use the Ari Alexa or another camera. But we do. We like talking about it. Yeah. Features are interesting to us, as well as the craft. I love the tech just as much as I love the actual product that it outputs. Yeah. So
we're here to have fun.
Yeah, we're here to have fun, not be snobby. There's no egos. I'm an amateur. I would say David's a professional filmmaker. No. But I'm more like an amateur at everything. I know how to do a lot fairly well, I would say.
So am I. Put me in that boat too.
Right?
We're amateurs.
But don't take us too seriously. But anyways, share it with a friend if you can. Someone else who loves photography or video, turn them on to the show. Have them ask questions. We do our best to answer questions about all this stuff. Yep. But thank you guys for tuning in.
See ya.
Anyways, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.